What's up, everybody? Hope y'all are doing good. I know it's a new setting because it's a new vibe right now. Okay. Last week or the week before, I can't quite remember at the moment. Me and my best friend Rebecca, aka Chef, we were having a conversation after going to this event. I realized that when I go out and about to certain events, and things like that, I still have a wall up, and I've been trying, okay, and I am content. Well, not trying. I have been working on letting that wall down, right? And she was like, "Yeah, girl, like you're two different people. What you share online and through your content and everything like that, people like want that when they meet you, but you are just guarded. Like you don't open up. You don't do any of that." And I was just like, you know what? She got a point there. She got a point. And it made me realize that the camera and me talking to y'all like this has become like a shield for me. I won't call it a mask. I will call it a shield though, because I'm definitely not masking anything. What I speak about, what I've said on this platform on IG or through YouTube, this is me. Okay, 100% me. And it's hard to get this version in person just due to history, okay? And people who I've allowed to be in my space and who have taken advantage of it, betrayed me, all these things, right? So this week, or weeks going forward, I am just really trying to give y'all more like raw Davina, I guess. And you help me help myself. um kind of process and you know take this wall down because I don't want to have this wall up. And so I'm in my room, I'm in my bed because this is where I do a lot of my thinking. This is where I spend time with God. This is where my room is my sanctuary, okay? This is where I pray, I cry, I do everything, and I just said, okay, let's try to turn it up a notch when it comes to the vulnerability and everything like that. I have in mind to talk about some things. I've been in therapy working on like sex and sex trauma and other things have been that have been branched off due to the root issues of my sexual and my identity. And this is why identity, when as a coach and me finding purpose for other people, was so important to me because I struggled with it a lot. Okay. A big part of the reason why I think the wall is up when I meet people is again due to betrayal and just people in my space that just shouldn't have been. And I'm just very careful who I allow around me. Um, but I can definitely go in situations and everything can be good. Everything from beginning to end can be good. But I find myself being like, it was okay. They could have did this better, and whether it's valid or not. Because all the stuff that I say is not like just because I'm trying to say it and point the negative out. Some stuff just be janky, okay, and it needs to be said. But at the same time, I just be like, I'm not. I've been while I've been here in Denver, I've been wanting community and everything like that, and I've met some great people, and I've had great friends, and we kick it and everything like that. But the main thing why I keep saying I need community because I haven't really found a church community here locally in Denver, and that's what I need. I love my friends and I love where they're at. Okay, and I'm loving them where they're at. And 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 I need to be around some people that's on the same walk as me, I guess. I mean, everybody is not going to be walking at the same pace, and I'm cool with that. But, I have a mixed genre of friends, okay? And uh I just would like to be around some more people who is living this Christ walk daily. That's really tapped in and trying to live right, because that's just where I'm at. And I feel like I need people like that in my circle uh in order to keep me having faith and hope to continue on this journey and not backpedal and backtrack and just be like, oh, girl, you fine. Like, Davina, you're doing way more than what other people are doing. But when you become more aware, well, the thing is that when you are walking this faith walk, like really walking it, and you trying to live your life the best way, and trust. I understand. Nobody is sinless, okay? But you do sin less when you are walking with Christ, okay? And I need people who are walking, who are trying to sin less. That's just that. And I'm probably not communicating this the best way, but y'all said y'all wanted the raw. So this is it. This is it. And this is why I don't come to y'all like this, okay? Because I have to process things before I say it most times. Reason being because I don't want to say something that gets misconstrued, taken out of context. And so I have to sit with things for a minute. Okay. But I can remember back when I first started, this is how I was. And I had, if we're going to talk about engagement and likes and comments and stuff like that, I had way more engagement. I had way more likes. So maybe this is a part of me being vulnerable and just knowing, showing y'all that I'm not perfect. I'm a perfectionist in some ways, and I'm extremist in some ways. And I'm a person of excellence. And so all those things mixed together, so it is very hard for me to just, come on here and say what I gotta say. But y'all want the process. So I just said, okay, I want to take the month of March to process out loud. I'm going to share what's on my mind and not even think too much into it. There's no titles, no script, no nothing. This is just raw dog. This is just raw dog Davina, okay? This is where I'm at. And again, I've been doing a lot of therapy, deep work within myself. And I'll share with y'all a piece that has opened up like just like a treasure box of things of things that I needed to work on. And so, as you all know, well, most of y'all should know. If you're new, you won't know. But I've been practicing abstinence. I've failed at times, and I've gotten right back on. But this last time, I failed back in January, right? Like literally 2 weeks, I think, after getting off sabbatical, and I was so pissed with myself. I was so mad at myself, and I said, and the thought that came to mind was just like, Davina, it don't matter how long you stay abstinent. It doesn't matter if you're not watching porn. It doesn't matter if you're doing these things. If you cannot get if you can't be in a room with another man that you find attractive and hold your ground and stand 10 toes down, there's a problem. Like, there's a legit problem there. Like, we got to get to the root of it. And so, after doing that, I was like, okay, I'm cutting all these dudes off because I was talking to multiple guys at the time because I was trying to get back into dating. And I was just like, I'm not ready. I just text all the guys I was talking to. I said, I'm not ready to date. I got to work on me. Like, I'm not ready to date. Through therapy, I realized that when I get in situations like when I'm alone with someone. Now, depending on who that person is, and again, where I'm at, like, again, physically, because I am very much a physical person. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I don't think about sex or I don't want it. No, your girl be horny. It's okay. Your girl be struggling, okay, to stay on this abstinence journey. But this is what fitness is for. This is what reading is for. This is what getting in your Bible is for. This is what community is for, okay? To stay productive. That's why, never mind. We ain't gonna even get into that right now, but this is what all those things are for, okay? To get your mind off of that, and then hopefully by the nighttime you just fall asleep and don't have to worry about it, okay? But um what I realize when I'm in situations with men, due to my past and just like how this sex root got rooted up in me, um I have a default setting of non resistance when it comes to certain situations because I have a freeze response. And so when I get in a situation and a man approaches me in a sexual way, my response, even though in my mind I want to say no and be like, get off me and stuff like that, I will automatically go to non resistant and freeze and just, it's kind of like an outer body experience. I'll just allow whatever to go down to go down. But I realized that's the reason why. As soon as I like got to like the core, like once I realized that, and then we got deeper and deeper into the core of it all, I was like, oh snap! I now don't have an excuse. I have no excuse to. I have no excuse anymore. Just period. I have no excuse when it comes to having sex before marriage. I have no excuse. I know I know everything at this point. At and like what I need to do in order to not trigger those things up in me. And so if I choose not to do it, that is now me blatantly going against what God is telling me to do. And that and that in myself and within itself just made me want to throw in the towel and just be like, okay, God, I'm done. I am done. Like I've been dealing with this for so long. And even though I have taken steps like to not masturbate, not watch porn, staying abstinent, not engaging in sex and everything, even though I have done all of those things, I know God is with me, but like I'm always thinking about how I don't want God's hand to be taken off of me. And now, and because this is such a struggle in my life, this area, I'm just like, man, if I mess up, like that could be the last thing. Like that could be the last straw. That could be the last, like, okay, Davina. And the reason why this is super difficult in this time and season for me right now is because I am back with my ex, who is in the Navy. And, you know, there's a lot that went into that alone, but this is my man. Like, I've I've been wanting to put other people as my man and like my future husband and everything like that, but this man has not only shown that he is that for sure, but he's so deserving. This man has just dealt with me, okay, and has been very patient with me and has seen me in my good and my bad, and he has he understands every level of where I'm coming from, and like he respects me. He respects me so much. He respects me and honors me in a way that I just that no other man has in the world, and that's why we're back together. But he's about to deploy, and I have an opportunity to see him. And of course, after 3 years of not seeing him, of course, I want to see my bae. And so I would definitely want to see him. But yeah, when we talking about chemistry on every level, not just a sexual level, like chemistry is off the charts on every level, spiritually, emotionally, everything. It's off the chain. We are jalapeno hot. Okay. Okay, with when it comes to one another, and uh I'm I need to see him. I need to see him. Like that's a non-negotiable. I have to go see him. That's a non-negotiable. I have to go see him. I'm just am I worried that I'm going to melt like butter when I'm back in his arms and just be on cloud nine to where I'm not even aware to make any solid decisions? And we both had this conversation, and we continue to have this conversation, and boy are the prayers praying right now. Are the prayers praying right now? Okay, because we need it all. But uh yeah, I just it's very it's a challenge right now. That's all I got to say. But yeah, there's just a lot of shifts, as explained kind of last week. There's just a lot of shifts and transitions happening right now. Um, and with all the changes, my mindset and just like my approach to it all has to transition and shift with it. And I'm just not there fully yet, which is why I haven't done a lot. Like, again, I told y'all earlier, I think, just in one of like my messages, just sending out to y'all, that this year a lot of things that I do will be like behind the scenes. Like, everything is not going to be documented, everything is not going to be shown. And I just need y'all to I was just having this conversation too with my with chef the other day. Like, I just need people to realize, um and just kind of like trust my judgment. Like, this is the longest I've ever had to sit and like be still. And I'm not scared and I'm not fearful. And if I am, and I knew it was something that God is pushing me to do, then I'm doing it scared, like, just period. And so I just need people to trust what I've done. Like, y'all, for people who know me, know I'm a hard worker, know that I put in work, know that I'm just not just standing by idle and being complacent. That is not me at all. Okay, so if I'm sitting down and I'm not making moves, it's for a reason, and I may not even have the a great explanation as to explain that reason, but it's for a reason. It's just not time yet. And so I just, again, just, thinking out loud, I just need y'all to be patient, but I am going to move forward. I am going to try to get this landing page, at least for the speaking, completed by the end of this month. And so y'all be patient with me with that. And I'm still figuring things out as far as the community stuff. But this is where I'm at. Stick with me. I love y'all, and we're going to get through it. All right. Mwah.